7.21. Hey y'all, Artist Poet Girl here, also known as APG Jamie, and today we're making Serendipity paper. I know, we're taking all my desk scraps, okay, most of them, really not all of them, just the majority of what's laying there, and we're going to turn it into Serendipity paper. Now, a lot of folks like to call this franken paper. Pages is where you take scraps and then you put them onto a single page. Okay, so it's serendipity paper because what you end up with is serendipitous. Okay. So as I said, I'm using those scraps. Some are paper, copy paper weight, some are cardstock, some are heavier cardstock, some are painty papers, some are scrapbook papers, and I think I've pretty much covered it, right? Right. There's even some die cuts over there, I think, y'all. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. I'm using a Deli paper, which is a little over 12 by 12, or right around 12 by 12, any hoots, as my base, because you will need a base to stick these onto, okay? And I'm just using plain Elmer's glue. Oops, I tore a hole in it. But that's okay, we'll just cover it up, because, you know, serendipity. And I do this for about an hour. No, not an hour. Stopped a couple of times and came back, added some water to my glues, and, you know, just kept going. Some of the strips I tore, some were already tore, some had some die cuts out of them, and I just did that until I had my 12 by 12 covered. You don't have to do a 12 by 12. You can do whatever size you want. You can do ATC size, you can do a index card size, you can do a journal page size, you can do a letter page size, you can do whatever size you want to do. And a smarter person would keep one of these on going over there by their desk, and they'd just be sticking their papers on there as they go along. Just saying, because, you know, sometimes I'm not so smart. So anyway, I learned the term serendipity paper from Shelley of Crafting Mamas, and there will be a link in the iCard above for her YouTube and in the description box below. And she also has a Facebook group of the same name, Crafting Mamas. So check her out, y'all. As you can see, I'm wrapping this up. This originally started as a 2-hour video. It really did. And I've got it whittled down to 18 and a half minutes. You're so welcome. So what do you do with some of this serendipity paper once you get it done? Well, on the top there, okay, let me go back to the heat gun, y'all. When you use the heat gun, you want to dry on the back side and the front side. Okay, because remember, it's wet on the back as it is on the front. And then I went over the top with a complete coat of matte medium. All right, and then I added the die cuts with matte medium. So now I'm trimming it down to ATC size, because you know what? That's what I'm going to do with this serendipity paper, is turn it into ATCs. Now I ended up with like 9 ATCs or something like that. You can count them, because these are just the little scraps I had left over, and they can be used for something. I don't know what, but something, okay? And I had oh, bless you, Molly. She sneezed. I made several coins. Well, I cut out die cut circles, you know, the 2.5 inch circle for coins, and I cut my 2.5 by 3.5 inch pieces for artist trading cards. So there I'm going over it with the crackle stencil. A list of ingredients in the description box below, y'all. And I wasn't too crazy about that. So now I'm going to do some with just some plain white gesso. Now, the longer these things sit on my desk, the more I hem-hawed around with the first one. Okay, I had issues getting going with it for some reason. So, because sometimes it's not so pretty, and sometimes it's like, oh, I love it just like it is. But, you know, you just don't know. And that's the thing about this serendipity paper. You can just cover it up. Now, I'm going to add some green, because I want to do some Halloweeny stuff. Make some Halloweeny ATC artist trading cards, y'all. Not coins, cards. So that's what I'm doing. I put some green, and now we're going with some orange, because you gotta have some orange if it's Halloweeny time. And I'm just kind of, pushing the background back, and I'm daubling up some of the dampness. I don't know if that was a leftover paper napkin. Oh, now we're going to spray. This is my spray box, y'all. And I'm using some Glimmer Mist in purple and orange. And also I have a little piece of gauze laying up there, if y'all can see that. And I'm spritzing it. Here you go, y'all. So I'm like, no, I don't like that so much. Let's put some purple. Because see, I got that little cutout boy up there, and then a foot leg bone piece right there. That is molded from paper clay in a candy mold. I will put a link in the iCards upper right hand corner and the description box below for a link on how you can paint up those bone pieces to make them look more like a bone, y'all. So now I'm going to add some drippage. I used a dark wine red, and now I'm using a brighter red, and because I want it to kind of look like bloodish, just a little. And so I ended up like, I don't know, and I had to go in and cook dinner for the husband anyway. So this is Tim Holtz Found Relatives cards and occasions. It's the occasion set, and I cut that trick or treat picture of the Halloweeny kids out, and I'm going around it on the back side with my blending tool there and some black archival ink, because I'm trying to ink the edges, because I want more ink on the edges than I do on him. And it sort of worked. It did okay. I won't say it was the best thing ever, but it did okay. So I wasn't really still happy with that background. So now I'm going over the whole thing with the brighter red. And that stencil is from Stencil Girl, and it's designed by Carolyn Dube. And I'm not sure what they call those sheets, but they are pieces that you can cut down for ATC size, or you can use it as a whole, whatever. And it's got some mask in it too, okay? Okay, Stencil Girl, Carolyn Dube. Love her. So, yeah, she gets a jelly print going on. So now I'm going around with a bone. It's not a real bone. It's an ink pen, y'all. I'm going around some of those edges of that red paint with that pen. And I'm adding my favorite glue to the back of my foot bone, smooshing it around. And I'm going to add it to the back of my little skeleton boy. Because it's a real boy dressed up in a skeleton suit. And now I'm putting it on the back of my sentiment, which is computer printed. And maybe I'll remember what it says. Trick or treat, smell my feet, or give me something sweet to eat. Inked around the edge of my card, y'all. Ta-da! And so now we're going to use some of that gauze, and we're just going to cut it apart. And I decided I like the background on that one. Go figure. I don't know. And we're going to glue that down. And glue that down, that separate little piece, because I wanted, little pieces. And then we're going to glue our skull on. Now, I've already, these are already painted, like I said, link upper right-hand corner, blah, blah, blah. Putting some Aleene's glue on the back of the skull. And inside the eye sockets of this skull, I happen to have glued some googly eyes. Googly eyes. And for this particular one, this is the only store-bought, sentiment phrase I used. And it's from Tim Holtz. What's up with him? It's everywhere, I tell you, people. He's like haunting me. And what's it say? I don't remember what it says. She had gleaming eyes. Her eyes were gleaming. Her eyes gleamed. Something like that. And then I used a computer printout for the other little part that says, well, they used to anyway, once upon a time, something. You can read it in a minute. I'm fixing to give you a close-up. I've sped this up considerably because who wants to see all that? Wash, rinse, and repeat. Well, they used to, that is once upon a time. That's what it says. So each little sections, I'm kind of showing you some extra little things that I did. I have, I'm rounding the corners. As you can see, I'm rounding the corners. Okay. trimming off just a little bit because I boogered up that corner, because it happens for me. Here's another bone, y'all. And this is a small silk flower, ribbon flower thing, store-bought. And I spritzed it with some black Dylusions spray. You didn't see that part. And I glued an eyeball in it, a Google eyeball in it. Because it's Halloweeny, y'all. Halloweeny. These are semi-scary, cute, funny, because there's funny in there too, because y'all should see the titles. But I'm not going to show you the titles because it's for whoever gets them gets to see the titles. This one has a typo, but I fix it. No worries, I fix it. It says, it looks like you could use a hand. So that's a unbranded die cut spider web and spider. And it's just the cutest little set. You know, it came with the spider web and the spider. There's something on there. Took it off. So I cut the spider web from gray cardstock and the spider from black cardstock. And here again is another little kid off of the Occasions Relatives Tim Holtz card. And I'm going to go around the back side once again with the black, because that worked pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the bestest, but it's better than trying to ink the edge on these little bitty tiny things, because this is like, you know, almost tiny as a paper doll. And there's another computer printed sentiment phrase, and I'm going to use some washi tape on here. Caution. Caution. Using glue, because, you know, washi tape doesn't stay stuck down. Typically it doesn't. And I'm going to fumble around trying to cut it off and trim it off, and I don't know. The scissors just, they have like this weak spot in them or something. I don't know, I should clean them as well. And any erroneous, whatever, weird sounds you're in the background, I'm washing dishes. I'm multitasking today, y'all. Voicing over and washing dishes. It's magic like that. So I've got my spider web glued down. I'm going to put my little girl down on there. She's kind of dressed up all nice and sweet, because, you know, girls like to do that. Some girls like to do that. And here comes the spider. Now later on, when nobody's looking, I go around the spider, not around the spider, on the spider with my Jelly Roll Stardust pen, because it's one of my favorite pens. And then we're just going to put that down there. And it says, there's a what behind me? Did I blow your ears out? Sorry. Y'all know I'm loud. I can't help it. It's just, yeah. See, cute. Creepy if you don't like spiders. So here's the back. I'm showing you where I'm sticking the back on, using my pen again. Signing my name. Now we're going to put some of my favorite glues on there. Smear thin it around. You can use a brush. You can use double-sided tape. Whatever makes you happy. You don't have to glue on a separate back either if you don't want to. Although I always do, because I like to put my name on there, and I like to tell y'all titles and stuff, because that's sometimes a punchline. Now that we're just going to trim that one off. Sometimes they need trimming and sometimes they don't. Now we're going to round the corners again. That's what we're going to do. Oh, you know, I should have wiped my surface off before I did it, but, you know, so it goes. Then we got some more of that gauze. It's amazing how far a little piece of that gauze goes. And we have some more miscellaneous bones over here. There's no foot or hand. It's just some miscellaneous bones out of the candy mold. And once you use a candy mold for art stuff like this, don't use it for food stuff, just saying. And that's just some black quilting thread over there, because I thought I just want some thread in there. I don't know why, but I did, and it just adds a little something in there. So now we're just going to smear the glue around on these here three little bones. I don't know, they some kind of bones. And here comes my computer printed sentiment. It says, what's it say? Oh, I forgot. It was funny, y'all. Seriously. Thigh bone's connected to the leg bone. Leg bone's connected to the hip bone. Where's the hip bone? Oh, wait, where's my foot bone? Something leg bone, I don't know. Something like that, something funny like that. So these, again, are just little, probably Tim Holtz embellishments. And it came in a little set of plastic. Some are white and some are black, and I went with the white ones for the number 31. And I went over the number part because it's see-through with a black Sharpie, and we're going to attach it with glossy accents to our card for 31, because, October 31st, Halloweeny. Okay. So we've got another little person for that, and I've already inked around the edges because, y'all have already seen it like twice, and he's a clown. He's such a clown, y'all. And I put him right in the middle, and then that's too thick, so we're going to trim that off, ink it again, trim it off, ink it again, stick it on there. Some more glue. Again with the glue. This comes off there like a dozen times, y'all. Oh, my baby white's getting pretty sticky on its own because that's what I've been using to get the glue off my fingers and stuff. So here's another piece of washi tape. It has a skull and then a skull and crossbones. So I'm cutting between the little segments because my little guy's just kind of like floating in the air, and I thought, well, he needs to stand on something. So let's stack a couple of these skulls up down here. So I'm putting glue on it. I'm like, yeah, I like that. So now we're going to use a skull and a crossbone. Trim it down just a little bit. Make it fit. It's all about making it fit, y'all. And I put that on there, and no, I'm not so crazy about it. Let's take that one off. Okay, double the glue off. Let's pick him up. Oh, well, I better put some more glue on him. Yeah, so put some more glue on him and scooch him down so that he's actually standing on the skull. Now I can scooch my label down, but I got to put more glue on it too. And then we're going to ink around the edge, and you're going to get a close-up. Or I already inked around the edge. Now you're going to get a close-up any second. There we go. I'm not scary. You are. And then it's photo montage. But see, that hardly seemed like 18 minutes at all, didn't it? Well, we still got like a minute to go. There's some close-ups, y'all. I really enjoyed making these. And Serendipity paper, I so recommend it when you have all those little bits of scraps and stuff over there. If you keep piling them up like I do, go ahead and use them, y'all. Stick them down. Serendipitous. Make something pretty, dreamy even, or a nightmare. Whoa! Halloweeny time. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your kind comments, your thumbs up, your shares, and your subscriptions. Please subscribe if you've not already done so. The little box down there, when it pops up, click the bell and you'll get reminders of new videos. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.